Sounding exquisite.
Oh shit, we back again. What's up, what's happening? Come to the party and bring a friend. Fuck it, I'm bringing 10. Ooh, trying to chat a 10. Big boy trying to chat a 10. She said I was catchy. I said, yo, tap a man.
Touchdown!
Double cup, wow, I stuck smile when I puff loud. I touch clouds, catching touchdowns in my mind now, cause I'm zoned out. On a porch couch in the Zod cloud. 2 coughs and I'm back now. 2 coughs and I'm packed out. Somebody give me a drink before I gotta sit down. I'm making hits now with a smooth style.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Riley Puddin Peters, coming to you live with the Dr. Preston Rowe. This is the Trash Talk Tailgate, and it is Friday, 7:30 p.m. We're here to make some predictions. We have a fucking banger slate of college football and NFL. There's some interesting games in the NFL as well. Dr. Preston, looking forward to this week of football, this weekend of football.
It's another banger, man. Absolute banger of college football and in the NFL, as you said.
Yeah.
Very, very excited about that. We've
Absolutely.
got Red River. It's one of my favorite rivalries in all of college football, Texas,
Yeah.
Oklahoma. I've always wanted to go there. That'd be a really cool experience. We've got Bama going into undefeated
Ooh.
Missouri, with their stud quarterback, Bo Pribula. Ohio State goes to Champaign to play Illinois.
Oof.
Oregon, Indiana. Oh,
Ooh.
Indiana comes into Eugene. That'll be a huge game. Huge test for both teams.
Landing Signetti.
Yep.
And to start it all off, before we get to those games and we talk about those games, before the weekend even started, had a banger. If you're a fan of New York sports, by the way, actually, before we start this, what a bad day for Philly sports last night. Holy
Horrible.
shit! I mean, they had one of the worst errors ever in a baseball game to lose in the fucking playoffs, to get eliminated by the Dodgers. And then the fucking Birds get punked by the Giants. Punked is the only thing I got to say about it too, man. It was vicious. The Creatine Caucasians, Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterbo, they combined for 5 touchdowns. Jackson Dart had a passing and a rushing. Cam Scatterbo 3 rushing. I mean, it didn't feel close, man.
No. Cam Scatterbo is a Mack truck. They could not stop him all night. And then Jackson Dart played really well, despite potentially having a concussion that Brian Daboll was very, very upset about. Went to go yell at the doctors at the blue tent to get Jackson Dart back into the game.
Preston, you're wrong. Brian Daboll went and yelled at the concussion to get out of Jackson Dart's brain, dude. What do you mean? What man yells at doctors?
No, you're right. You are correct. I've been saying it kind of all year, Riley. This Eagles offense is not sustainable long term.
Yeah.
They were kind of getting by. They were undefeated. Then they lost to the Broncos, and it kind of bit them. And it bit them again. This offense has been terrible. They can't get A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith the football.
I mean, they can't even get fucking Saquon to run the ball.
No. You said it before we started, Riley. The Eagles' interior of this offensive line, they can't get push up front. I don't know what's wrong. They're not nearly as good as they were last year. And I get it, they're a little bit banged up on the O-line, but still, you'd expect this level of offensive line and this level of talent to just be able to get some semblance of a push and try to jumpstart an offense with the run game. And Saquon Barkley, they have not been able to do it at all.
No. I mean, it's looked like every team they play is a brick wall. The way that they're running the ball right now, it's not great to watch.
No,
it's rough. But on the flip, like you were saying this to cut you off. Dallas Goedert led the team in receiving, which is not great for them.
I mean, he's a really good tight end, but when
He
you've
is,
got other options, you've got AJ Brown, you've got Devontae Smith. It's not, like I said, man, it's not sustainable. You've got to get your weapons the football, and you've got to get them the football in creative ways. Like run AJ Brown and Devontae Smith on crossers. Jalen Hurts, this might have been the overthrow of the year. Jalen Hurts had Devontae Smith on a wide open, busted coverage, 90-yard touchdown, and he overthrew him.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not this offense. They're just out of sync. They're not clicking. Everything they do is a struggle. It's just a struggle.
Yeah, it's such a good way to put it, dude. Because Saquon's we saw it last year, man. That dude's an explosive runner.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, is it actually just that they had something different in the offensive line mojo last year that made them so much better? Like, is it Saquon? Maybe but like at the same time, dude, they got no push. No. And Giants have a great defensive line. We've talked about it a lot, dude. Anytime we talk about the Giants, you have to mention their defensive line. They're honestly, their linebackers are great. Their defensive line is great. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I feel like the result of this game isn't that surprising because of that mismatch, because of the way that the Eagles have operated. And they made Jalen Hurts have to throw the football, and Jalen Hurts can't throw the football. I
don't know if it's play calling. I don't know if it's scheme, but they're just like whenever you see a quarterback is clearly struggling and an offense is struggling, what these coaches and play callers will do is they'll get creative ways to get their playmakers the ball.
Yeah.
You know, they'll find, like they'll run AJ Brown on a deep cross or on like a little shallow drag, just get him just get him on man coverage and just let him run by people, throw the ball out in front and let him run.
Yeah.
It's just, but like I said, I keep on saying this, Riley, it's curl routes, it's out routes, it's fucking hitches, or it's a comeback. They're not utilizing the middle of the field at all.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Yeah.
And guess what? Defenses, they watch film too. They know what your game plan is, and they know how to take that away.
Yeah, I think we're seeing it, man. It's crazy, dude. And I mean, 12 carries for 58 yards out of Saquon is a stat line you don't expect to see. But let's flip it, man. On the other side of this, Cam Scatterbo, Jackson Dart, Wan'Dale Robinson. I said at the beginning of this year, dude, Wan'Dale Robinson is, before Neighbors got hurt, I said Wan'Dale Robinson was going to have a great year. And I, that was when he had a superstar to contend catches with. And now he's just the guy. And he's getting it done, dude. I mean, he had the big catch, the big yak touchdown. And then, dude, Cam Scatterbo, just an absolute psycho, 3 touchdowns, hard runner, great blocker.
Yeah.
They have such a trash offensive line. He is actually considered an offensive lineman in their team.
I mean, I was telling this to Jack Lee last night. We were watching the game together. Like, if you're not going to invest heavily in the offensive line and your offensive line isn't going to play very well consistently, go get a guy like Cam Scatterbo, because he can just run through dudes.
Yep.
You don't need a great offensive line if you're running back and just truck people and run through dudes and get all those insanely difficult yards.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Man. They got when their offense clicks, it's fun to watch, man. I mean, that's kind of the thing about all of these middle lower tier teams right now, is that, like, obviously any given Sunday, or I guess in this case Thursday night, but we always grew up with that. But like a lot of these teams are just so like we said, dude, the Eagles, their system, we didn't know how long it would last. And this is the exact kind of team to fucking dampen that system. And I think we saw that, dude. They had 7 tackles for a loss. They had 3 sacks, 3 quarterback hits, pass deflections on the line too, all over. Yeah, I mean,
And
great team win.
credit to the Giants defense, but Jalen Hurts did have time more often than not. If you watch this game, a lot of the times he was just sitting back there or drifting out to his right, and he wasn't throwing the ball. He had nobody open. And to me, I think that's a bigger issue when you think about it because, like I said, they're just doing very basic, non-creative routes. They're not utilizing the entire route tree. They're not getting guys on rubs or picks or trying to utilize leverage to get guys open. I feel like they're making it a lot more difficult on themselves than it has to be with all that talent that they have on offense.
It's insane. I mean, it's really insane.
Dumb.
And I guess my shout to the Giants, I think you're 100% correct that you're right. I mean, it was very obvious that Jalen Hurts did have time to throw.
Mm-hmm.
The Giants, I don't think they were intentionally trying to create pressure. At times, you could tell they were doing contain to make sure Jalen Hurts didn't break, which is smart. He's a great athlete. You don't want to let a guy like that out. And all they did was stop the run in all facets. Like that defensive line, their job was to stop the run, and I mean everybody, quarterback included. That had to be their message because they didn't really they had 3 sacks, but at the same time, the pressure, he had time, dude. He had time all day long.
He did have time.
And sometimes it really felt like they were just letting him fucking throw and just being like, bitch, beat us. Like, you're not getting out of this pocket. Throw it.
Yeah.
And I mean, dude, I love that. That's what it seemed like to me. I could be wrong, but that's really what it seemed like. And if that's what it is, dude, fucking shouts to the balls of the DC for that one. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, look, man. So they go. So the Eagles now they go at the Vikings. This next Sunday. Then they have another home game this time against the Giants. So they get the Giants 2 out of 3 weeks. So that'll be very interesting to see if they make any adjustments. And it's not good, sustainable football. And that's crazy to say about the Eagles. This team looks a lot more like the Eagles team we saw 2 years ago. Yeah. That was the last undefeated team and then very much petered out and lost in the wild card round. But we kind of said it all year. They don't look like there should be the last undefeated team. They didn't look dominant all year. No. There was a lot of flaws with that team. This team reminds me a lot more of that team than they do of, last year's team that won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. This team has lots of very obvious holes in the armor of it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get to talking about the other main big thing that we're here to talk about.
Yeah.
And that is predictions.
Mm-hmm.
Predictions. All right. The big game. The big games are kind of at the top here. At least 2 of the big games.
Yep.
First, of course, Ohio State versus Illinois. Illinois. Let's look at the fucking. The spread on this. A total of 50. You think? All right. Before we even get to who's going to win this,
do
you think more than 51 points are going to be scored in this game?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
I agree. I think this definitely has the chance. I mean, the spread. If you're looking at that total spread, Ohio State by 2 touchdowns.
No, I don't know, man. I think the question for me going into this game, Illinois, they've got one of the best passing offenses in the league, in the entire country.
Yeah.
They've got one of the best passing attacks with quarterback Luke Altmaier and that veteran offensive line who he's starting to get, some experience at the receiver position. They're starting to grow up a little bit. Hank Beatty is an all-purpose weapon for them. Hank Beatty is an all-purpose, just flat-out dude for Illinois. But the thing is, this Ohio State defense, with new defensive coordinator Matt Patricia, he's brought a lot of NFL complex defenses and concepts, and they just confuse the shit out of you. And they did it to Arch Manning. They did it to DeMond Williams in Washington, and just they're playing really good football. So my question is, can Illinois get enough offensively to score enough points offensively to keep up with this Ohio State team? Because yes, they are a great offense, but they haven't played a defense like Ohio State yet.
I agree. I mean, your only counter to fucking Ohio State's defense is to know where the ball's gonna go and it be open within 3 seconds. Like that is the only. That shit is. I mean, it's razor hot, dude. That they come in aggressive, like you said. Matt Patricia, he was great in the fucking NFL.
Yeah.
You think that dude's gonna be worse in college? Like, there's a certain level, and that dude was a great coach. Obviously, he had a sus head coach,
tenure. Yeah,
but
he's a great defensive coordinator.
He's one of the best DCs. I mean, literally, the dude's got the proof. He wear it on his fucking hand. He's got the proof.
And in college, like it actually benefits you more if you've got a great defensive coordinator, because you've got the athlete discrepancy. Like Ohio State, you could argue is the best athletes of anyone in college football.
Yeah, for sure.
And now you use those athletes with those defensive schemes. That's tough, man.
Dude,
and
Ohio State's trying to assemble the Infinity Stones of college football. They got the athletes, the coordinators, the head coach. They're trying to put it all in the gauntlet and just fucking actually get a championship back to back. See if someone can do it.
I mean, it's going to be, will Ohio State be able to confuse and pressure Luke Altmaier? Because Luke Altmaier, he's been great all year, but he comes a little undone. He's not as great under pressure. No quarterback is as great under pressure. Yeah. So can Ohio State disguise some of the things they're going to do, confuse Illinois, and get pressure after the quarterback? And then on the flip side, for me, it's how is Illinois, again, it's so many Ohio State weapons that you have to deal with. It all starts with Jeremiah Smith. How is Illinois' defense going to play Ohio State? Because we saw last week against Minnesota, they tried to play man coverage and they got fucking torched. You can't.
And I mean, it's more than just the wide. They got Bo Jackson. I love it. I love Bo Jackson as the running back. But, they've got a solid running back core. They've got, like you said, Jeremiah Smith, solid tight ends. But I don't know, man. It's just, you're right, dude. There's just a level of talent on Ohio State is crazy. And I don't think the burden here is on Ohio State. Ohio State's going to disguise. Ohio State's going to do that stuff. It's can Illinois find a system that'll work for them against this defense? Because they're going to have to score points, dude. They're going to give points up. I think you got to give it to. You got to try to limit big shots. But at the same time, you limit big shots and they just drive on you, then they waste time. It's this impossible fucking puzzle to try to solve when you're playing a team as talented as Ohio State.
I mean, it's Jeremiah Smith, like you said, Bo Jackson. It's Carnell Tate, who had, he's going to be a first-round draft pick this year. Like, it's crazy. They lose Emeka Egbuka, and they look even better than they did last year to this point. And the most successful team, I'm not going to say successful because no one's beaten Ohio State yet, but the teams that have had the most success against this Ohio State offense were Texas and Washington. If you watch them, what they
Yeah.
did was they tried to keep everyone back. They kept everyone they gave up short and easy yards and just let Julian Sain, just kind of dink and dunk on them. But they weren't going to give up the big play, and they didn't play man coverage. And then once it got to the red zone, they tried to play red zone roulette and tried to get stops there. But they were not going to get beat over the top. And so far, that has been the most successful formula to playing Ohio State. So I'm curious to see what Illinois does.
I mean, I think that's what you have to do against them. I mean, if you ask me to try to stop them, that's what I would do, is fucking keep everything in front of the team. Mm-hmm. Don't let a big play up. But the thing that we saw in both the Texas and Washington game was an inability of the offense to give the defense anything when they did those things. What they actually got to stop, they actually got a red zone stop, they got the ball back, whatever it was. And so more than just stopping their offense, you have to fucking be able to move the ball. That's been the most successful team fucking scoring on them has been Ohio. They scored 9, dude. Yeah. No one's been able to move the ball against them. So I don't know, man. Illinois has got a hell of a mountain they got to climb in this game. And we'll see how they do.
We will see how they do.
Oh man. Ooh.
Yeah. Do you
Good luck.
All right. It sounds like you're picking Ohio State.
I'm gonna pick Ohio State. I mean, it's it's in Illinois and all of that, but I don't know, man. Ohio State's just such a thing.
I mean, yeah, man. The
Eagles, you're right, big dog. The Eagles can't stop the creatine Caucasians. The creatine cavemen, that's what I'm gonna call them from now on. The creatine cavemen.
They headbutt each other after huge wins. Fucking Cam Scadabo's going to the tent to yell at the doctors with Brian Daboll. They're like, I need him back out there.
Damn it, Preston. I told you they weren't yelling at the doctors. He was yelling at the concussion to get out of his brain. God damn it, dude.
No, you're right.
All right.
I'm also going to pick Ohio State in this game. They're just too talented, man. I think it might be closer than people initially think, but I think Ohio State goes in there and gets another huge win.
Do you think it'll be more than a 2-touchdown win? That's my question.
If it is, it'll be like at the very end, like a back door. You know what I mean? Like just like at the very end, like the game's basically over.
Yeah.
But it'll be like this game wasn't as the score didn't reflect the score was misleading. Yeah.
Yeah. So what you're saying is if it's this game, the spread on this one is 14.5. So if the spread's gonna cover, it's gonna be late. So I'd probably go the under on the spread. Take the over on points, 50.5. Take the over on points. Take the under on the spread. Ohio State. Next game.
Are we a gambling show now?
It's a great way to break down the game. It does make sense. It makes a lot of people think about football in this way now because of the proliferation of it.
That's
if you want to explain the way that football works or how well you think a team's going to do, the odds that they have broken down are pretty effective. You think a team's going to score more, or a combined game is going to be more than 50 points? It's actually a pretty tangible line. Like in this one, do you think they're going to score more than 51 points? Similar thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that, I don't know, man.
Both these teams can score.
Yeah.
Both these teams can fucking score.
Yeah.
And their defenses are a little suspect. Like Alabama, they played well in the second half against Vanderbilt, but Vandy still got yards on them, especially in the first half. The score was as lopsided as it was because Alabama was able to get a few key turnovers in the second half. But look, man, both these defenses are suspect. Both these offenses are great. Yeah. Ty Simpson, if he has time, he's going to carve up this Missouri defense. But that's the thing, is this Missouri defense, their strength is their defensive line. They've got one of the better defensive lines in the SEC, if not the country. And that, they have a really good defensive line that they're going to have to try to get after Ty Simpson. They're going to have to try to create pressure on him. And then on the flip side, look, man, Missouri, they've got one of the best, most underrated running backs in the entire country in Ahmed Hardy.
Yeah.
I mean, and they've got a really good 1-2 punch with Hardy. And I can't think of the other running back's name.
I mean, just as you're thinking about it, Ahmed Hardy, 730 yards on the season so far with 9 touchdowns. I mean, he's an
Jamal
absolute
Roberts.
muscle. Yeah.
That's the other running back, Jamal Roberts.
Boom.
It's a very good 1-2 punch, But Hardy, he is the main guy. And just, look, man, like we talked about it, this Alabama defense, you can run on them. They're not a great run-stopping defense. Georgia ran the ball on them all night. They just couldn't get the win.
Hardy averages 7.3 yards a carry.
That is disgusting.
That's fucking disgusting. That's 7.3 yards a carry is devious work. And then, we talk about the man that Penn State let go, Bo Pribula, dude. I mean, that dude, this kid, he's an exciting quarterback. He's got that quarterback swagger, and he's stepped up in the SEC. It makes you really think, dude. Penn State went all in on Drew Aller and let Bo Pribula just out the door, dude. Let him go right to Missouri. No huss, no fuss. Mm-hmm. And looking at it now, man, did they make the right choice? I don't
People
know.
are asking.
Word on the street is a suspect. I don't know.
Look, man, can you imagine? Missouri's undefeated. Missouri is the only undefeated team in this game. Alabama has the loss to Florida State.
Yeah.
But Mizzou, they're undefeated, man. Can you imagine if Bo Pribula gets this huge home win against Alabama?
Yeah.
What the narrative is going to be in Happy Valley? Especially if Drew Aller continues to fucking struggle like he has.
Dude, it's going to be a bad look. And for them, for Mizzou, this is the first game in a very interesting stretch for them after this. Like they need this game, right? They just played fucking UMass, which I think is hilarious. UMass and then Alabama is a hilarious back-to-back. But then it's Auburn, Vandy, Texas A&M, Mississippi State, Oklahoma, and they finish with Arkansas. Like that's a fucking slog.
That is that's tough.
That's a slog.
But imagine the momentum you get going into that stretch if you get this win. You could argue this is the biggest game in Missouri history.
Yo, dude, honestly, I can't remember the last time. Maybe the game after Michael Sam came out, and that seems like a troll, but I swear to God, I mean that is a wholehearted answer. Like, that was probably one of the biggest games ever. It was like an SEC championship, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So aside from maybe that game, this might be one of the biggest games in Mizzou history.
Yeah, because it's at home. You've got Bama. You've got a really good team, and you've got a really good coach in Eli Drinkwitz.
I love his name.
Yeah, Eli Drinkwitz.
Honestly, my only question is, how close is the nearest river?
What do you mean?
I mean, if Mizzou wins, those goalposts need a body of water to go.
Oh, yeah, they're coming down 100%.
I just need to know what the closest body of water to Mizzou Stadium is, because I want to go by it. I want a piece of that goalpost.
I've been there. I don't remember the closest body of water.
Columbia River. I don't know, something like that.
Maybe, yeah, probably the Columbia River. The other thing is, what?
I just said, anyways. Keep going.
Yeah, no. I think if you're Alabama, you have to try to maybe sell out a little bit to stop the run and stop Ahmed Hardy and force Bo Pribula to beat you with his arm.
Yeah.
Don't let him get outside the pocket because he is very athletic. He can definitely hurt you with his legs. But if you're Alabama, you need to get Missouri off schedule. If they're able to run the ball for 7 yards a clip, you're going to lose.
You're going to fucking lose.
You're going to fucking lose.
You're going to lose bad.
You're going to lose bad. I don't care how good Ty Simpson is. That's going to be the best offense. Just can Missouri run the ball like that, and can Alabama stop the run? Because look, I mean, Ty Simpson on the other side, he can carve your defense up. The best defense of him is going to be keeping him on the sideline.
Oh, yeah,
You
for
know?
sure.
It's a lot like Bama Vandy last week when they kept Diego Pavia on the sideline.
Yeah.
He can't hurt you if he's not on the field. But will Bama be able to stop the run just a little bit and force Bo Pribula to beat them on some third and long situations? And can they get some stops? So,
I mean,
look, man,
this is
a
a crazy
really
one.
tough game.
Yeah, I mean, for me as well, Bama has played Georgia, Vandy, and now they're playing Mizzou.
Yeah.
This has been a tough, close. I mean, played Georgia as close can be in a 24-21 matchup. Not really. Anyways, and then Vandy, that was a great game, but they really that game took discipline, that took focus. Like that offense is not easy to stop with a running quarterback like Diego Pavia, and they kept him in check. And that takes a lot. It takes a lot out of a team. And now they got another one. And this is Kalen DeBoer's fucking test.
Yeah.
Like, this is his how good can he get this team? This is the kind of game that Nick Saban would show up and dominate just because everyone would think it'd be weird. And these are the shoes that he is walking in. He knew that when he picked this job, and everyone's going to be holding to that. But with that being said, I think Missouri's going to do it, dude. I don't know, man. I do, man. I think they're going to do it. I think they're going to have to sell out for the run. And I don't know. I think they've been through a lot. They played a lot of great teams, and this is the time for them to sleep on another team.
I mean, look, man, if you're sleeping on undefeated Missouri, I don't know what's wrong with you. I agree, man. It's at home. That place is going to be rocking. Like it's at home. It's like I said, this is one of the biggest games in their program history. Because if you get this win, that momentum is going to carry you throughout the back half of the season. And we're going to be talking about, oh shit, Missouri is a legit fucking SEC contender.
Yeah.
They might even win the whole league. Like, who knows? I'm really torn on this one, man. I think these are both just so equally matched, in terms of the teams. It's just, I like Missouri. I like Missouri at home.
Nice.
Give me Missouri.
I
thought you were going to go Bama, to be honest.
That's what I was trying to do, set everybody up. Nah, man, I want the goddamn upset. Give me the upset. All right, we can just. Oh, do you think Alabama will win by more than 3 points?
No.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we picked Missouri.
Yeah.
I think it's the spreads on the other way. Do you think Missouri wins by more than 3 points?
No, I don't think. I think it'll be a really close game. No, I don't.
All right.
Where
are
we going next?
Florida State. That happens. Ole Miss plays Washington State. That happens. And then we get to Indiana and Oregon.
Number 3 versus number 7, man. It's in Eugene. This is
a battle of undefeateds. You
could argue this might be the quarterback matchup of the year, Dante Moore and Fernando Mendoza. It's crazy how the NFL quote-unquote draft experts have suddenly flipped on Cade Klubnik, Garrett Nussmeier, Lenore Sellers, and Arch Manning. Now they're all in love with Fernando Mendoza. He is projected to be the number 1 overall draft pick in this upcoming draft. So if Fernando Mendoza is really that dude, he needs to play like it to get a huge win on the road in Autzen Stadium.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, his team's going to be leaning on him. All right, now here's the question. Do they score more than 54 points combined?
I think so.
I think so, too. I think that's almost a shoot. I feel like this game, if they don't, then they scored 21 combined. I swear to God. It's it's going to be something like that. But nah, for sure. I think it's going to be a shootout.
This game, last year, Indiana, they played 2 ranked teams. They they lost to both of them. They got beat by both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, they boat raced Illinois earlier this year, who was ranked and is still ranked. But Illinois had a lot of injuries in the secondary during that game. So this is a huge game for the narrative of Indiana. Just how good is this Indiana team? And then on the flip side, Oregon, obviously they go into Happy Valley, they get that huge win, but that win has not aged well. Penn State does not look good right now.
Yeah.
So it just, the thing for me is going to be, can Indiana somehow hold up on the lines of scrimmage? Because they don't recruit like Oregon does. And I think Oregon might just be able to lean on them.
I mean,
I don't think.
No, I was gonna say that's the worry with a team like fucking Oregon, dude. The big dudes up front.
It's the Bubs.
The Dan Lanning SEC Bubs.
Now, if you are Indiana, I think you can have success potentially having explosive plays. I don't think because of the lines of scrimmage and the mismatch on the lines of scrimmage, you're not going to be able to get, 9, 10, 11, 12 play drives consistently on Oregon. You're just not going to be able to hold up like that. But can Indiana hit explosives? Can they move the ball downfield quickly and not have to rely on those long, sustaining drives?
That's got to be, I mean, literally, when you're coming in as an underdog, especially against a team like Oregon that's going to be like a perennial favorite, it's all about those explosive shots on both sides. I mean, it really is, especially with both these offenses. Yeah, I mean, will we see it? I don't know. I'm gonna be the first one here, and I'm picking Oregon, dude. I like the Ducks. I've always liked the Ducks. I've talked about it a lot. In the zoo,
yeah.
I love Kurt Signetti. I think he did great things at JMU. I think he's doing great things at Indiana. I think this one is one of those where he's fighting just a hill that this time I don't think he's going to be able to climb.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you, man. If Indiana's going to do it, they're going to have to get turnovers. Like we always say, they're going to have to hit explosives. They're going to have to get some turnovers. They're going to have to force Dante Moore to be uncomfortable in the pocket. It's just, look, man, Dante Moore, he's played well.
Yeah.
Just Penn State, they struggled to make Dante Moore uncomfortable, especially in the second half. I don't know, man. I think Oregon, they have the bigger, better bodies up front, and I think that makes the difference. I like Oregon.
I agree, man.
And I love Kurt Signetti.
Yeah, dude. Nah, exactly. That's the thing. It's the Bubs, man. It's the Bubs. Do you think Oregon wins by more than 8 points?
I think they could. I think if Oregon gets the chance, I think they're going to pull in Indiana and try to boat race. I think they're going to try to make a statement. Because that's what Indiana does against all the teams they play.
I agree, dude. No, I like Dan Lanning for that exact reason. God damn it. Yeah. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on.
Yep.
Moving on. We have the Red River rivalry.
Yep.
This one's a little kneecapped.
It is. So the big question
for this one, the spread on this one is 45 points.
The total,
that's what they think. That's the total points. They think that between the team, they're going to score like 45. That's their. I think it might go under. Yeah, dude. I was going to say
this is a defensive ass slugfest.
Yeah, dude.
Because these are two of the best defenses in the country. John Mateer, Oklahoma's quarterback, might not even play. Still dealing with that, thumb injury. We're not even sure what his status is. I think he's listed as questionable. So we'll see if he even plays. But these are two of the best defenses in the country. I get it. Texas is 3-2, but it's not their defense's fault. Their defense should have won the game against Ohio State. Their offense just couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
They did enough against DJ Lagway in Florida. Their offense just gave them nothing. And then, look, man, I think it's going to be even worse for both these teams.
Yeah.
Because both offensive lines are not good. Like, both offensive lines have struggled. So I think it's going to be very, very low scoring. And it's going to be which quarterback doesn't completely shit the bed and throw the game away.
Yeah, dude, no, for sure. It's going to be dude, I don't. With the way Arch Manning's looked against most of the teams they've played, dude, at this point, I feel like this Brett Venables defense is going to be it's not going to give him an easy time. I don't know, man. I'm feeling Oklahoma for this one. Even without their starting quarterback, I just think that Oklahoma's defense they're here to party.
But how many times, this is the thing about college football rivalries, you have to throw everything out.
You do.
How many times have we seen a 1 or 2 loss team come into this game and just pull a massive fucking upset against the undefeated team on the other side? It's happened so many times, man.
No,
that's what makes this rivalry so great. Oh, God, dude, I love this rivalry. I want to go there so bad. I love Red River. And it's just,
I mean, if Texas wins this game, Arch Manning's once again the consensus #1 draft pick. And Heisman favorite. So
I just think he just can't screw it up. I think they're going to ask Arch, just don't screw it up. And it's going to be hard because that Oklahoma front is really good, and that Texas offensive line is not good. But it's the same thing on the other sides. That Texas D-line is nasty. That Oklahoma offensive line, they haven't been terrible, but they're not great. They're just kind of okay. So I think it's going to be very, very low scoring. If you're Texas, man, I think one part of the problem from Texas is I think they're not utilizing their athletes in space. You're Texas. You've got these great athletes that you've recruited under Sark. Just throw the ball out to them and let them run. Just give them a little bit of space and just let them run with the football. I think if you're Texas, you need to try to do that. Maybe try to break off some long explosives, and force Oklahoma to make open field tackles. Force Oklahoma to tackle in space because most college teams struggle with that. It's hard to tackle in space against these spread offenses now.
Yeah. No, it's true, man. It's hard to tackle in space. Yeah, it's hard to tackle in space.
Yeah.
It's one of the hardest things in football. And I feel like Arch's legs have to be a factor, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they have a chance. Arch's legs, it's got to be a factor. I feel like it's one of the more potent things that we just never really see him pull out until he does it. You're like, oh, look, there's a big play. And then you feel like you don't see it forever, which I get, conserving the quarterback and all that. But fucking let him rip. And then, Arch has got to not turn the ball over. But I don't know, man. I just don't trust this Texas team. They haven't given me anything to trust. And this Brett Venables coached Oklahoma this year, even without their star quarterback. This defense wins them games. Mateer's good, but he's not fucking make or breaking this team.
He's a really good college quarterback.
He is a really good quarterback, but I think this team is I think their defense is ready.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go Oklahoma.
He's gonna go Oklahoma. I'm torn on this, man. Because it is the rivalry where you just have to throw everything out. Like, would it shock me if Texas won this game? No, not at all. And the Mateer injury gives me real concern. I think Brent Venables, Texas, they're gonna have all the motivation in the world to go in there and win this game. I really like Brent Venables. I'm not a huge fan of Sark. Give me Oklahoma. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take Oklahoma.
I agree, though. The upsets are always fun to watch, though. It's you always want to vote. Same reason why I picked Mizzou. It's just as much as sometimes the football brain's talking to you, you're like, I want the fucking upset.
Yeah.
Speaking of upsets, North Texas is beating South Florida 14-7 right now. That's fun.
Crazy.
All right. Moving on from that. Michigan USC.
Ooh. All right, Riley.
Yeah, this is a game that you had some # copious notes about.
I do. So the question going into this game, just for any Lincoln Riley coach team, is will USC be able to stop Michigan's run game? Because from what we've seen from USC over the course of this year, is that they do not hold up well on the lines of scrimmage, especially defensively. It's almost like Lincoln Riley doesn't prioritize that, doesn't understand the importance of Bubs, especially on the D-line. I think Michigan, they are the much more physical team. They pride themselves on being physical.
Yeah.
And I just think they're going to be able to run the ball right down this USC defense throat. If you're USC, you need to start fast. If I'm USC, I want to get the ball, I want to receive it, and I want to try to score as quickly as I possibly can with my stud receivers. Look, man, Malachi Lemon's a stud. We talked about that in the offseason. Jacoby Lane, he's coming off an injury, but he's really, really good. Those receivers at Florida State and Georgia, Deuce Robinson and Zach Branch, they were both at USC, and they transferred because of how good those two dudes are in Lemon and Lane. And they've been studs for their new schools.
Yeah, for sure.
That's one that you're like, okay, that just shows just how good those two are. But, Jordan Maeva, he's going to want to start fast and get a quick touchdown early because they want to get Michigan out of their game. Because if Michigan gets the ball, they're just going to try to play a very slow, just fucking meander, kill the clock, and just try to run the ball right down their throat. So if you're USC,
classic football.
You got to start fast. Elijah Page, one of the best left tackles for USC in the Big Ten. We're not sure about his status. Kamari Ramsey, their stud safety or / corner, just stud DB. He's going to be out. I don't know, man. Can Michigan run the ball? And I think they're going to be able to. Give me Michigan in this game, man, to go on the road and get the huge win at USC. Give me Michigan.
Yeah, I think the fact that Michigan is the 15th ranked team in the nation. I mean, I know USC is 4-1, but I mean, I don't know, man. Michigan being the fact that they're the underdog so significantly in this matchup just by the stats is crazy. I'm taking fucking Michigan. Fuck them being the underdog. That's so stupid. Do you think more than 56 points get scored in this game?
No, I don't think so.
Do you think if Michigan wins, do they win by more than 3 points?
Yes. Yes. Because, I mean, and here's the other thing, Riley. So I talked about, Kamari Ramsey being out. Bryce Underwood, he didn't look great in Norman going on the road for his first career road start at Oklahoma.
Yeah.
But ever since then, he's looked really good. He's just gotten better and better and better for Michigan. And I feel like he's having an incoming breakout game. It might be against USC, because if USC sells out to stop their run and leaves their depleted secondary on islands, he might carve them up.
Yeah, he has a chance. I mean, honestly, they don't ask Underwood to do a lot, which I think is nice. It's a refreshing change of pace.
He's a true freshman,
Yeah. And I think, they do the right thing. They let the run game speak for itself, which I like. But yeah, dude, I mean, you have truly tainted Lincoln Riley's name in my mind with your just true dislike for him. But ever since he's only proven you correct.
It's almost like I'm right.
Yeah, dude. So I'm taking Michigan.
If you look, Riley, every year, his teams get worse and worse. The longer he's at a program, his teams get worse and worse.
Yeah.
It's because they're not physical up front. They don't try to run the ball consistently. He very much is, we're going to throw the ball and we're going to try to get my quarterbacks the Heisman Trophy.
Yeah.
Like that's it. And he doesn't give a shit about the defensive line and the lines of scrimmage.
No, not at all.
No.
He wants to get quarterbacks to the NFL.
He does.
I think that's truly what his shit is. He is trying to get his quarterbacks to the NFL. I think it's crazy.
Michigan's going to lean on them, and USC is not going to be able to hold up.
No, dude. I think this is going to be a stamina game, dude.
Yeah.
USC, they're knockout artists. They're heavy punchers.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can stop those heavy punches from really hitting, then you can just outpace them.
If they don't get out to a fast start, this game might get ugly.
All right. Speaking of games that could get ugly, let's talk about I'm going to do that because
he's
going
to
play.
Do it.
Oh, something was in the way. Oh, nah, damn.
What?
Never mind. I forgot to load our game of the week thing. My fault, everybody. Go check it out on social media at Trash Talk Tailgate. It's out there. But this is our TTT game of the week. South Carolina versus LSU. I feel like this is it's the Sellers Revenge Tour, dude. A game that ended by such bullshit last year.
Yeah, like it was absolute bullshit.
It doesn't matter. This is a rivalry because of that game last year. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to treat this game like you would treat most rivalries because there's just going to be a certain intensity between the two teams, right? Like, South Carolina, if there's ever a game in their fucking history that they can get up for, it's got to be this game. They've lost 2 games, but they lost to fucking Vandy in Missouri, who, as time goes by, look less and less like bad losses.
Mm-hmm.
And, last week they fucking gave Kentucky a good spanking. They're coming to this game. This is an uphill fucking battle to everything that there is. Like LSU is on a heat. It's in Death Valley. It's
at night.
At night, 7:45, the prime kickoff. LSU needs this win, but South Carolina needs this win.
Yeah.
Sellers, obviously he got fucking knocked the fuck out a few weeks ago, and and everyone's been worried about him and his numbers and all that kind of stuff. And in all of the smoke and all of the bullshit, you have this matchup. This fucking SEC battle of the mids.
These are 2 of the more disappointing teams in college football up to this point. Both these teams
LSU's
had
4-1.
I mean, look, man, their offense hasn't
crazy.
looked good.
I actually don't disagree with you. I just think it's crazy that they're a disappointment at 4-1. I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, man. I mean, obviously South Carolina, they're 3-2, but like you said, their losses are to Vandy and Missouri.
Yeah.
Those are 2, very good teams in the SEC. I mean, there's a reason LSU fans are getting sick and tired of Brian Kelly because the offense hasn't looked good. Like, you've got this potentially first-round draft pick at quarterback in Garrett Nussmeier, and your offense, you haven't done shit with it. Like,
what did I say? What the fuck did I say at the beginning of this last season? Garrett Nussmeier can't see fucking pressure if he got fucking LASIK eye surgery, dude. Like, I swear to God, dude, he just oblivious sometimes in the pocket. It fucking blows my mind that he's a first-round prospect.
I mean, look, man, he's got all the talent. He's kind of like Drew Aller.
Yeah. He's got all of the shit you needed to be born with for them to be like, oh, yeah, look at that. Yeah, nice. This one looks good. He's nice and tall.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. It's just, look, man, I'm torn. I think South Carolina, they don't have the defensive line that they did last year to shut down that LSU run game. I don't think it's very difficult to shut down LSU's run game. Their offensive line isn't very good, but they're going to key in on Dylan Stewart, and they're going to force other South Carolina defenders to make plays in that front 7.
Yeah.
I get it. It's the Sellers Revenge Tour, but it's so hard to go into Death Valley and get a win.
Yeah.
I like LSU, man. Give me LSU at home.
Yeah, no, that's the thing about this game. I fucking hate South Carolina. Give me LSU.
It's your idea for the Sellers Revenge Tour, Riley.
I know. That's why I'm a son of a bitch. Do you think this game has more than 43 points scored in it? 44 technically.
No. Both these offenses are not good.
Yeah. You think whichever team wins, I guess in LSU, you think they win by more than 10 points?
No, I don't think so. I know it'll be a
I think LSU wins
game.
by fucking 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
I think Lenore Seller gets knocked out again.
Okay. Hell yeah.
It's going to be Harold Perkins.
Harold Perkins. He's going to knock out he's going to knock out Sellers.
Yeah, he's going to scrape over the middle. They're going to lose him in the line. He's going to pop out on the other side and crack his ass.
Crazy. All right, Riley, we've got some bangers in the NFL too.
Yes, sir. We sure do.
We
got some bangers in the NFL too.
Yep.
The first one, Seahawks Jaguars. Now this is going to be, like you said when I said it, an underrated banger, but god damn it shouldn't be. Seattle, Seattle's 3-2, but if you take a walk on the wild side and you look who they lost to, they lost a fucking close one to the 49ers, 17-13 to start the season off. And then obviously last week, the absolute banger versus the Buccaneers that they just barely lost. And besides that, they look like a very solid team. Honestly, in both those games, they look like solid teams. Those are good squads. Jacksonville, obviously they're coming in 4-1, just beating the Chiefs, everyone's favorite team. And I think this game should not be an underrated banger. I think this is just a banger. God damn it. This is going to be a crazy game. The spread on this one is 47.5, so 48 points, and I think it's going to fucking touch that. Both these teams this is going to be a fucking shootout. This might be a no defense game.
Mm-hmm. I think Devin Lloyd had one of the biggest plays last week when he had that 99-yard pitch six on Patrick Mahomes. Sure. He's a really good linebacker for the Jags. He's an emerging star for them. Sam Darnold is continuing to prove why he was a top 3 draft pick in his draft class at quarterback. Yeah. And he's just proving that the Jets and the Panthers just fucking suck. Because the two teams he's been at afterwards, the Vikings and the Seahawks, he's played really, really well.
I think he's also telling the Vikings to go fuck themselves at the same time too. Like this season is so much for Sam Darnold just in storylines because he really it also shows that sometimes you got to give a dude a chance to fucking learn and mature in the NFL. Mm-hmm. Don't be so quick to call somebody a bust. I think it's something that we're learning with Sam Darnold as well because
we learned it with Baker.
Dude. Yeah, dude, same.
Yeah. And although that was the Browns just being the Browns.
Yeah, well,
it's almost like poverty franchises in the NFL just continue to stay poverty.
I was about to say, he had the Jets. So, I don't know. He saw ghosts with the Jets.
I think this might be a classic letdown game for the Jaguars because they're coming off that huge win over the Chiefs. Obviously, that's a fucking that is a defining win for Liam Cohen in his first season.
Yeah.
That is a culture shifting win.
Great win for him.
The question is going to be, will they have a letdown game? Because this Seahawks defense is good under Mike McDaniel. They've got one of the best secondaries in all of football. Sam Darnold is slinging it right now. They've got Jackson Smith and Jigba and Kenneth Walker coming in there. Give me the Seahawks, man. I like the Seahawks to go on the road to Jacksonville and get this huge dub.
Man, oh man, you want to do anything but support Sunshine. God damn it, give me the Jaguars in Duval. Oh man.
I don't believe in him, man. I think he was overhyped. I'm sorry.
I don't know, man. He's generational, dude. A stumble in everything.
You know who was also generational? Anthony Richardson and Zach Wilson. Yeah.
Hey, Zach Wilson was a generational talent, dude. Don't you talk about the Mormon MILF hunter like that. That dude put up legendary numbers. He got everyone's mom. Yeah. Speaking of everyone's mom, let's talk about two of everyone's mom's favorite teams, dude. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the 49ers.
Yeah, true. Look, man.
I mean, this is going to be an awesome game for
It
one.
is.
2 4-1 teams, very good teams. I got a fantasy player in this game.
Yeah.
Let's see. 48 points is the spread for this one, plus 3.5. I mean, I feel like Tampa Bay, even, I don't often listen to the projections, but I feel like this one I'm with it. I feel like Tampa Bay is the better team in this equation right now just because of the injuries to the 49ers. Like, they're still not really sure who's going to play. They have –
Mac Jones played well.
He did, but I'm talking like it's more than just Mac Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously George Kittle's been in and out with injury.
Yep.
I mean, the offensive line has had a couple. Yeah, it's they're always one of those teams you worry about with injuries, and this year it's been a little shaky for them as well. And Tampa Bay, they've looked great.
Yeah, Ricky Pearsall's out. A lot of their young guys. Malik Mustafa, guy that I love, guy that I coached personally. He might make his season debut. He's been out with a knee injury. Just look, man. I mean, I'm a huge Baker Mayfield guy. I love the swagger and the moxie that he has and that he plays with. Obviously, the Buccaneers fucking love him. It's at home. Give me the Bucs, man. I think the Bucs are one of the best teams. Dog, they've been winning without Mike Evans.
Yeah. I mean,
dominating. And a banged-up offensive line.
Yeah, for sure, dude. I agree with you, man. Give me Tampa Bay. I just think they're just the better team in this equation. If you take all the factors that are involved coming into this, I think the Tampa Bay is going to come out on top. And now, is it more than 47 points scored? What? Sorry.
Hey, Riley, remember? I'm just saying this.
Mm-hmm.
We both said we loved Emeka Egbuka, and he was one of my fantasy sleepers. And I'm really mad at fucking Morgan for listening to me because I wanted his ass.
Oh, yeah, dude. He's been balling.
He has been.
He's the, if I'm not mistaken, he's the dude I have in this game.
In your other league?
Yeah, my other league. Is there more than 47 points scored in this game? I think so. I don't know. These are two decent offenses.
I don't think so.
Maybe. These two offenses fucking score.
Yeah.
Like, all they need to do is put up, it's like a 30-20 game and you have it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think this is going to be a relatively high scoring affair. I think the defenses have been, a little suspect at top for both these teams. Both have been playing close games. I mean, Tampa Bay, they're 4-1 with 135 points for and 132 points against.
Look, man, Baker Mayfield, he's the MVP leader right now. He's had 4 game-winning drives this year alone.
Yeah, dude. Nice. He's got the ice.
He's a dog, man. He's an absolute dog. The other storyline I don't think people are going to be talking about, this game was played last year. The 49ers won on a field goal, 23-20 in Tampa. So I think Tampa might want revenge for that. Give me the Bucs. Give me the Bucs.
All right. One last NFL game that we're going to talk about, and that is the Hail Mary rerun. Chicago versus Washington on Monday Night Football. I mean, I'm excited for this game.
Oh, I know you are.
I mean, this is a big game, dude. I feel like this is a game that's in a very similar position to what they were in like last year. Like, I mean, I guess Chicago was on way more of a hot streak, but it was such a pivotal moment for both teams. Like, this game matters,
This game started the Bears just end of season collapse.
Yeah, the absolute
collapse. They fucking cratered.
Yeah. It was rough. It was bad. It was bad. And it all started with one dude talking shit to a fan and letting an Hail Mary go. It's amazing.
It would have been, Riley, the crazy thing is, if you watched that play, if he had just stayed talking shit to the fan, the Hail Mary wouldn't have happened because he's the one that tipped the ball.
He did all of the work, dude. He literally did it all. He's my hero, dude. He's one of my favorite players, Tyreek Stevenson. I love him. I think
Want
I'm
me
so
to get
glad
you a jersey?
he's still on their team, and I'm so happy he's going to give us the game again. I hope. No, man, I'm going to take the Commanders in this one. Bill just had a great game, 150 total yards, 111 on the ground, 2 touchdowns. I think we finally have some cohesion on the offensive line. We pulled Brandon Coleman, who'd been dealing with some weird injuries, but trying to play through it. And I think that was a big thing while we were struggling there for a couple games on the front. Like he would try to force his way through some injuries, and you could tell in his play. So, last week we substitute him for Chris Paul, not the point guard, the lineman. And last week he was graded one of the highest graded guards in the NFL, according to PFF. And that's amazing for a dude essentially getting his first bar because he's a backup tackle, at least traditionally was. I'm a little worried. He's young. He's kind of known for holding penalties. I'm wary. He didn't have any last week, which is a good sign. But always worried. And then of course Andrew Wiley, the former tackle from the Chiefs that we brought in 2 years ago, he got to start at the other guard position. Obviously, we're waiting for Sam Kissimmee, the great guard, the great right guard. He's been injured coming into the season. He's hopefully coming back. He was supposed to come back this week, but I think it's probably going to be next week. But once we get him back, that's going to be big for the offensive line. But I don't know, man. I think it's just going to be a lean-on game.
So, Riley, we joked about this last week. The Bears, they lost their bye week. And I'm not joking. They lost their bye week because, look, if you go – they benched their starting left tackle, Braxton Jones, in week 4 against the Raiders because he didn't play very well. Theo Bennett is going to potentially start. They're still not sure who's going to start at left tackle. And Darnell Wright, their right tackle, is out with an elbow injury, and his status is still questionable. So their old injury-prone offensive line is old and injury-prone.
Yeah.
And they've already struggled protecting Caleb. So I will never, ever, ever pick the Bears, especially, man, Caleb has proven that he can't handle adversity very well. Look, man, he's from D.C. This should be a homecoming for him. But D.C. fans, they all love Jaden. They're all saying Jaden's so much better than you. God, we didn't want you. Thank God we didn't draft you. How's he going to handle that?
Dude, I see so much shitty Bears copium comparing Caleb to JD5 and just being like, he's got so much better stats than him. He's just a better quarterback. I'm so glad we have this quarterback. And every time I see it, it makes me so mad because I know it's just copium. And I know they're just trying to do that to make me upset.
I mean, Riley, look, it's not their fault, man. That's all they have is copium. That's it. That's all they have. Look, man, you knew who I was. I'm not a Commanders fan, but I fucking hate the Bears and everything they do. I think they're a poverty franchise. I don't think Ben Johnson has handled himself very well. Talking shit about the tush push, not investing in the offensive line, which is something we say to do literally every time we stream. Invest in the fucking offensive line. And they still won't do it. And now they're shocked that their offensive line fucking sucks and is injured.
Yeah, it's rough.
Give me the Commanders, man.
All day. All right. That's it. That's it. We've done it. We've given you everything you need to know.
Yep.
Absolutely. We are going to be back again Sunday morning at 11:30 a.m.
Our most popular stream by far.
Yeah, dude. The Not an NFL pre-show. So please tune in. Join us for that one. Come keep up as we talk about these college football games that we just predicted. And we'll give you some more NFL breakdowns before that one as well.
Absolutely.
Please go find us on all social medias at Trash Talk Tailgate. Give us a follow, a subscribe, whatever it is on all of those. Keep up with the content. We always got stuff going out, so watch it, comment on it. Keep coming back for these streams. Like I said, the next one Sunday morning at 11:30 a.m. After that, we have the NFL wrap-up Tuesday at 2 p.m. And, of course, the Friday prediction stream that you're watching right now, Friday at 7:30 p.m. Tune in to them every week. But for this one, we're going to wrap it up and get out of here, folks. Peace.